Today I'll be fishing this massive pool that's loaded with small and big carp. I've never been here before. In fact, I discovered the pool while looking around on Google Maps, but I found no information about it, no website, no nothing. So I drove down here the other day to see what it was like. It looked like a dormant pool as no one was fishing it, but luckily I found out it's still an active pool. So I went back home to get my gear, and then I got back up to the pool and set up. Well, here I am today, set up in this pretty active peg. My rods haven't been out for too long, I'd say about 5 minutes. But this end of the pool, the carp have been jumping for the 10 minutes I've been here setting up. And I'm talking at least one a minute. So I'm hoping I'll get one pretty soon. There we go, see all the ripples there? A nice one's just come up. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have a little walk around the pool, just to see where all these carp are jumping. And I might bait up a little bit. From my little walk around the pool, 10 carp jumped. And I'm not lying when I say that. And I've noticed that they're all coming out from underneath an overhanging tree. For example, that corner there where them trees are, about 3 jumped there. That one right ahead, 1 jumped there, and then there's 1 right down there by a peg, and 1 jumped there. Obviously when I got here, I just casted my 2 rods out into 2 absolutely random locations when I hadn't really mapped out the pool. They're both in the middle and the deep parts basically. So I think I'm going to bring the rods in and get them out by the overhanging trees so that I can actually try and catch a carp. And not just one, hopefully a few of them. I'll get this one in first, seeing as it's been out the longest. I'll just give it a quick reel and then I'll just get the second one in now. Now the rigs I'm using today, simple, standard, same as usual, method feeder with a wafter. This beauty here catches me carp all the time. Get them baited up like this with a bit of ground baiting, and then what I'll do is I'll whack a bit of oil on. This one I'm going to hit it with the tutti fruit. This one I'll go sweet corn and hemp. Now I'll go put them back out under the trees. Now the first one I've got here, I'm going to pop it on over the rounded corner here. Seeing as no one's in these pegs, I'll just chuck it in there and walk my line back over. Then the bigger rod, I'm going to cast this one down the margin there, give it a little overarm cast, not too much weight, and hopefully that, yeah, there we go, it didn't land on the peg, that's good. There we go then, that's a bit better, ain't it? Now hopefully I'm not waiting for bites for too long, but whilst I am waiting for the bites, I'm going to set my pole up so I can catch a few of these silvers. Well, I didn't exactly have to wait very long because my rod decided to go off the second I ended that clip. Here we are then, I think I've got a fish on this rod. Yeah, it's only a little one, but I've got a fish on. Here he comes. Oh wow, he was unexpected, he was. I just saw the line move, and that was very quick, to be fair. Very quick. He's only a little one, but he's putting up a great fight. He's proper pulling, he's jumping out of the water and everything. So let's bring him in real quick before I end up losing him. I hope I don't lose him, he seems like a nice little one. He's proper on something down there, he might be stuck in the reeds, I'm not too sure. He's still on, that's for sure, but he's going in the reeds, so I've got to try and bring him out of there because I really don't want to lose him. Here we are, he's coming in pretty close now. Hopefully he'll come up to the surface soon and I'll be able to see him. There he is, he's on the surface now. Coming in close, I've just seen him, he's only small, but he looks to be like a little mirror carp maybe. He's still pulling out all of my drag, he's going wild, this fish is. Considering he's only small, fair play to him, he's putting up a fight. I'm just going to have to wait till he's a little bit worn out and then he'll come to the surface and I'll net him. Look at him there, I don't know if you can see the end of my rod, it's proper tugging. There he is, he's a little common carp, but he's right by me, he's just not giving up. Oh, he's giving up, he's giving up. Come on. Come on fish. Here we go. I've netted the bad boy. Got him down on the mat here. He's got a pretty fat belly. It might be a girl. She might be in spawn, to be fair. She might have a lot of spawn in the belly, but nice carp. What a wonderful little carp. Who would have thought it would put up such a great fight? It was almost a bit of a loss. I thought I was going to lose it at one point. Luckily, I acted fast and let her out a bit more drag. But yeah, results. I whipped her out pretty fast as well, so hopefully I can get some more on my other rod and this rod soon once I get it back out. But yeah, that's my first catch of the session. Right then, let's get the carp back in the water now. What a result that was. First 5 minutes of the session, I had a fish. It looked pretty big in the water, but she weren't that big. I'd say it's about £2, £3 maybe, tops. Now I'll get back to putting the rig on the pole. Let's get this whip dipped in right there then. I haven't caught any little fish on a pole in a long time, so this should be fun if I do get some. Now whilst we wait for more bites, I've been and picked up a lot of stuff from the tackle shop, one of which is these bobbins. I haven't got a clue what a bobbin is, I haven't got a clue what a bobbin does, but I've been told to get some, so I did. I lied then, I do have somewhat of an idea what they do. I've heard that they detect like bites when the drag goes. That's about as much as I know, but I'm going to put these on now. There we are, that's the bobbin in action, and I've got a fish on. Well, I now know that that bobbin works pretty well, and I have a nice carp on. He took on a nice fight again by the looks of things. I'll let him take a lot of drag then, so he's quite far out. He's pulling, he is pulling quite a lot, so he may be a bigger fish in the pond, I'm not too sure though. He's getting closer in now, it looks like it's a common carp again. It might even be the same one, I doubt it is. I hope it's not, I hope it's a different one. But here we go, I'll get this thing netted real quick. Yeah, here we go, got him in the net. Here he is, lovely little common carp. It might be the same one. It looks a little bit fatter though to me. Would you look at that? Absolutely wonderful common carp. I'm going to get it back in pretty quickly though, because my other rod has just had a little nibble on it. The bobbin's going right now, so I may have a fish on. Here he goes back in the water then. Got that just in the knack of time before I get another fish. Well, that was really nice to see the bobbin in action just. I now know how they work. Anyway, when I just caught that common carp, this rod here was having a few nibbles. Sadly, it's not having any nibbles anymore, so I didn't get that fish. Anyway, some more stuff I got from Tackle Shop just. Got these big bags of boilies here for my upcoming big carp trips. And then I got a little tub of these pop-up boilies, purely because they smell gorgeous. So yeah, I'll be putting a lot of that bait to use in some of my new videos that are coming out soon. Because although last weekend I did end up catching my new personal best carp, weighing in at 13 pounds 13 ounce, but I'm still on the hunt for a new personal best. I'm talking 20 pounds plus. But I guess right now I'm just warming up for catching the big ones by catching all these little ones. I may have a recast on the cork rod over there, as it's been out for about 40 minutes now, not had no bites. Well, it had a bite, but I missed it. I'm going to bring this rod in now, but I've had a little bit of indication that there's a fish on, but I don't think, nah. The line was just being played with, but nothing is on, unless there is. Nah, nothing's on. I'm going to get this out just ahead of me now, over by the trees there. The pole isn't seeing too much joy today. But honestly, I don't know if I'm on the bottom of the pool with the float or not. I did just wing it with the float. So what I'm going to do is just set the depth on the thing to make sure I am actually on the bottom. I'm on the bottom now, but I'm telling you now, I was way off. I was at least 3 feet off the bottom, so thank the Lord I checked that. Maybe now I'll actually catch a smaller fish. Something I've noticed about the carp in this pool is that they're all in the margins. Like, I've had 2 of my rods casted in the middle for about an hour now, and I had no joy there, so I've casted them back in the margins now. And to prove my point, I've caught my 2 common carps from the margin, so there you go. There is a fish playing with my cork rod there. I so know there is a fish playing with it. The line keeps twitching, the bobbin keeps going, and the alarm keeps twitching, but the fish is not on. So it's only a matter of time before I end up catching it. Anyway, I ended up recasting that rod. Good thing I did as well, because it had a snag on. But it was only a matter of time before I ended up catching another fish on my other rod. Fish on. He might very well be a big one, but the ones in this pool tend to put up really good fights, so he's probably just a small one. Getting in a little bit close now. Looks like it might be another common carp. Hopefully it's a mirror. I don't know if there is any mirrors in here, but I can imagine there is. But if you look at that, the rod is bent, and he's putting up one of the best fights ever. Look at that, he's going all down there in the reeds and everything. Putting up a lovely fight, this guy. Wonderful fish this is. I can imagine it's one of the bigger ones in the pool, as the belly on it is quite fat. I might weigh it, I've got my scales, but I can't imagine it's very big, so I might just leave it. But it's a wonderful little common carp. Oh, he's doing a poo. Lovely. But yeah, I'll get this guy back in the water. That's my 3rd catch of the day. Hopefully there's many more to come. Maybe next I'll get a mirror. Right then, he can go back in now. Wonderful fish that is. He's definitely one of the bigger ones I've caught today. He may even be one of the bigger ones in the pool, I wouldn't know. Well, that was definitely my best catch of the day, and there's many more to come. I've got about 4 hours left of my session, and I've been here for 4 hours already, so I've got a long time left. I've just had a fish on, right? He went right in the margin, and sadly he snapped the hook off, so I'm going to pop a new hook on now and get catching another one. But he felt like a massive one just. But then again, every single fish I've had on today felt massive. Here we go, then I'm going to get this thing back out now. Hopefully I don't get snagged on it this time and I don't lose the next fish I get on it. Well, this rod today seems to be my lucky rod. I've only ever had a fish on this today. Now at this pool there's a second pond, and I've heard there's a 15 pounder in here. Now I don't think I'm going to be fishing that pool today, but if I come here again I'll definitely try at that pool and try and catch the bigger ones. Anyway, whilst I was messing around looking at that pool, my alarm went off and I had the 5th fish of the day hooked. 4th fish of the day on the hook, absolutely buzzing. This came out of the blue. I was just rebaiting my other rod, and yeah, I got another fish on. He feels like he's a nice chunk. He's not even moving. It just feels like I'm on a big snag, but I'm not, trust me. I am on a big fish at the moment. Thankfully the fish is still on. I've just had to walk all the way over there by that tree just to go and get him out, because he was stuck in the reeds and he's going back into them now. Geez. Yeah, this fish likes to get stuck in the reeds a lot. When I said it felt like fighting a brick, quite literally did. I went over there and I felt like, oh man, I've lost the fish, because it was stuck in this bush for ages. But I've finally got him out now, and he's putting up a lovely fight. He's proper like swimming off. Let's let a bit of drag out, let him play with me for a little bit, but I can't wait to see what he is. He feels massive. Little fella's just come up to the surface. He's nothing massive. He's just a nice common carp again. I'm yet to catch a mirror. I really hope there is some mirrors in here, because I love mirror carp, but here he comes. Let's get him in the net. Here we are, let's get him in. He's in. They just keep getting bigger and bigger, these carp do. This is the biggest one I've had today for sure. Lovely mama of a fish this is. It's probably like a little, well he ain't a little, he's pretty big for a common. He's got a lovely colour to him. He's quite dark on the top. He's got some lovely sparkles on the bottom. But yeah, he put up a very good fight, this fish did. Seeing as he's the biggest one I've caught to date, don't surprise me. But if you look at his eyes there, they're really small pupils. He looks like he might be blind, especially in the other eye here. But yeah, wonderful fish this is. I'm going to get him back in. The rods are all back out now. I may have made a mistake, but I casted right back where I caught that one, and it was in the snags. But I can always get them out. Plus, it's the only place I've been catching the fish from today, so I don't mind casting out there. This pole's a waste of time today, though. I haven't had nothing at all on it. I'll be honest, though, I didn't even expect to get anything on it today. I'm targeting the carp anyway, so oh well. And before you knew it, I'd hooked onto another carp. Yeah, man, I got another fish on. I really do hope this time it's a mirror carp. I'm fed up of catching the commons now. They're a bit boring. He's currently on the snag. That's the only bad thing, so I'm going to have to walk my way over here and get him unsnagged real quick. There we go, I got the fish unsnagged finally. That was a bit of a tough challenge. I had to proper yank on him, but then he eventually unsnagged himself. I think he might have been tangled around a log or something, maybe the weeds, I'm not sure. It's a mirror carp, it's the first mirror I've had today. I'm very excited to catch this thing and land him. He's just right by the surface now. He's not come up to the top yet, so I'm just going to carry on fighting him until he's ready to net. This mirror is ready to net. He feels a lot different to all the commons in the pool. He's a lot more slippery and slimy. I think he wants to get back in the water though, because he's been grunting for about a minute whilst I've been unhooking him. But yeah, just admire my catch a little moment. One, he's got some beautiful scales there, but I'm going to pop him back in the water now. Off he goes down there. Yay, first mirror of the session landed. Well, the second I landed that mirror, the mirrors didn't stop coming because I caught one straight after. Here we are then, another good fighting fish on. He's just emerged from the surface and jumped on the water. He looks a decent size, maybe around the same as the others to be fair. So yeah, none of them are massive in this pool, but it's another mirror carp I believe. Yeah, it's a mirror coming in. Wonderful fish. Dude's putting up a really good fight in all honesty. All these fish in this pool are such good fighters, like they're really nice to catch. Oh. Landed. Another nice little mirror caught. I'd say it's about a pound or two. I'm going to get him back in the water now, but yeah. Sixth catch of the day, I believe. Well, that was the last carp I've caught because the pool's shutting now. Ended the session on a nice mirror, and I've had about 6 or 7 carp today at this pool I never knew existed until today. It's absolutely great. I'm afraid that's all I've got for you guys today though. I'm just going to pack all the gear away and head home. So if you enjoyed watching, please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and once you've done that, turn on the notifications so you never miss another video in the future. Check out some videos linked on screen here, feel free to do so. But for now everyone, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.